It's game day!
Big Red.
I'm Tony Fast, and my family's been blessed to be able to farm in Montana for over 100 years now. A lot has changed in those 100 years, and it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have and blessings from our Savior Jesus Christ. Aaliyah, what day is it?
Thursday? Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday. You know when the last time we ran combines was?
Monday?
Last Thursday. So we've been rained out for almost a week now. Nothing major rainfall over here, just it rains and then it gets dry enough to not get in the field quite yet, and then it rains again. So maybe today.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll cut today.
Yeah.
I kind of think we're just going to cut no matter what. What do you think of that idea? Good? You just don't want to like be bored sitting here all day, do you? Yeah, me neither. Let's go cut some wheat. We are cutting here now. It's borderline too wet yet. It's right in the mid-14s, and we'd like to see it in the 13s. So we're gonna cut just enough to get that grain bagger started. It'll keep finding that bag when it's in the 14s, but that'll give us a little time to let the grain dry down and whatnot. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna cut enough here to get the bag started. They want like 1,000 bushels to start it. So 14.3 right where I'm at. I think we'll be all right. That's the plan. So this is kind of an experiment. It was CRP ground that expired in 2017. When we bought this farm, it had 40 acres that was in CRP yet. We hate it. Hey everyone, sorry about the shaky camera. I did a software update and the rock steady stabilization was shut off somehow. Bear with me for the next couple of videos, or at least one after this. Had a neighbor hay it in 2017, and that fall there's no moisture to get the grass and alfalfa to green back up after it was hayed so we could spray it. So that then it just sat idle for that fall. We would have liked to spray it, but we couldn't. The next spring we sprayed it with Roundup, seeded it to canola. And that canola is a Roundup ready canola, so we were able to, do 2 applications of Roundup on it. Well, then this last fall, it was too dry again to do any spraying. So we seeded it to winter wheat anyways, and didn't know what was going to happen. Thought we would probably just have a wreck. The spring came up nice, looked good, and then when I was doing the top dressing, there was a fair amount of grass growing. I'm like, oh no, that's not good. And would have thought, oh, 20, 25 bushel yield because that grass is really hard on the weeds. It can really choke it back. But it's gonna end up being over 40 bushels. I'm really pleased with it. We'll get the grass killed off this fall and be ready for another crop next year. Finished this first grain bag last night, just as we were shutting down combines. Finished filling the grain cart after that. Now we're coming out of this bin over here. We had air running through it out of the first batch of winter wheat we cut. Put it into another grain bag. We're just supposed to start combining. We have a little more room for some wet spots before we finish cutting winter wheat here. So, what's going on? We are heading over to the last field.
202 is Tony.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with the steel truck, or are we supposed to come down there and get the white truck, or wait here?
You can bring the teal truck and my pickup down, come all the way down to the canola, go past the white truck, come to the canola field and take it right. There's a wood post there. You can turn that truck around and face it east by that wood post.
Okay.
We're gonna cut this last field of winter wheat, and then we're done.
You want me to come down here first with the cart, Tony?
Yeah, bring the cart down here. almost done. Got our last little block here to cut. It's running fabulous. We just finished winter wheat. Heading back to the bins to park combines for the night. We're gonna unload the trucks that are here. We got one truck to unload yet. Take the semis home, as well as this fuel truck, and come back in the morning. We'll move combines. We'll go cut some spring wheat or canola. We'll see which one's ready. If they're both ready, we gotta take the canola first, just because it's super fragile. So we gotta not let that shatter and fall on the ground. So tomorrow, see ya. We're moving combines. It's game day! I don't know about these crazy Husker fans. Oh. We are about halfway moved across to the other fields where we're going to start cutting. We did move the trucks this morning and the fuel truck, so that's over there where we're going to cut already. We got the combines, the grain cart, the fire truck, and my pickup. And I think we're going to start cutting the spring wheat this morning. Well, it's actually afternoon already. Had to clean out the ends of the two grain bags. We don't know what we're doing. First time we've used the grain bag, we overfilled the first one, and somehow the second one got overfilled too. Don't ask. Here we go. Spring wheat 2019 is off for the races. So since we switched to a new crop, we want to calibrate. So I'm using our ScaleTech app. This is Bluetooth from our cart monitor, and I will figure out what my exact weight is, and then I can calibrate my combine so I'll know exactly where our yield is at on this field. Pretty cool technology. So now the cart has 30,850 on, 800 at 14.5, so it makes it what, 16.3? I need to start a new task so I can calibrate my current task. So new, and we will go into calibrations, yield, advanced, crop type, spring wheat. And this is our field. And what did I say it was? 16.3? Yeah, 16,300. So it's a 4% error. Now I'm ready to go. Augers down on the grain cart because we are cutting right across from our grain bin site here. So power lines, leave the auger down. Don't need the power lines, right? The truck is parked at the auger. Auger set up on a bin. Cart just goes to the truck, dumps, and comes back. Works real slick. Truck driver can just kind of hang out there at the bins and dump the truck when it gets there. Real convenient. We like it. Just bring me your lunch. Hear what I said? If you're gonna come ride with me, you gotta pay me the Tony tax and give me half your lunch.
I know you're not.
Oh.
Yes,
I'm just kidding. You can't give me all your lunch. This is what you call the pass of shame. Apparently the GPS was set up from the other side of the field, not this side of the field last year. Well, I'm back at the shop. That is not supposed to have a hole in it. It's off Dad's combine. It goes inside of his grain tank. It covers up the unloading augers in the bottom of the grain tank so that it doesn't flood the auger with too much grain and plug it off. So I'm going to get some sheet metal. I'm going to bend it, weld it on there, and we're going back to cutting. It is dark outside, so we'll see if we get it done before it gets tough. was easy. Let's go back to combining. Don't mind the mess. We'll get that later, like after harvest. Back at the combine, let's go put the shield in and get cutting. So if you're a little confused on where this piece goes, that auger flight down there is supposed to have the shield on it like this one does. Right here. We're going to put that on and go cut. Bad camera placement. You can almost drive a semi over it now. Well, that is it for the first night of spring wheat harvest, or first half a day anyways. Gonna go park these at the bins and go home. Day off tomorrow, it's Sunday.